remember, I'm going to get out of the light here, I remember when I was first starting my career, I will say it's about 30 years, probably a little bit more, and in network marketing, and I used to sit in the back row and think, analyze the people on stage, just as you're probably analyzing us, saying, what have they got that I don't have? And I was always looking for that little gem that they had that I hadn't heard about yet. Just like Napoleon Hill was saying in his book, Think and Grow Rich, he spent a lifetime interviewing the most successful, wealthiest people of his day. And what he found was that they think differently from Joe Average. And that's what I want to share with you today, how the successful people think. Napoleon Hill said that more gold has been taken out of men's minds or thoughts than ever has been brought out of the earth. And that is so true, because if you spend your time on the cruise sharing and finding out what's making other people, how do they think, what's making them tick, I'm sure you'll come home with a lot of gold nuggets yourself. And one of them that, and I love the way Donald Trump says that, like, I don't worry about his hairdo, I'm more interested in what's in his mind. Because let's believe, like, you know, Carrie was talking about being in the valleys and the peaks. Can you imagine how hard it must have been for Donald Trump when he hit the dust? But isn't it interesting how it seemed like a day later he was a multimillionaire again? It's because of the way they think that people can recreate themselves over and over and over again. And his saying was, if you have to think, why not think big? And so often we think small. You know, we get an idea and we run with it. But what if you spent a little time just building on that idea and building on that idea and making it a big idea? The news is, whatever your mind can think about, you can bring about. So if you can bring about big ideas, can you imagine what you can create in your life? The beautiful thing about today and tomorrow is it's a clean slate. You get to paint on the canvas every single day what you want to create in life. Is it big or is it small? I'm sure that Donald Trump heard it in the grapevine that there might be a recession going on. But did he go out and build three-floor walk-ups? No, he was building, still building the grandest hotels, even if he did go to Dubai and do it. But he knew, he thought it through, and he thought big, not small. He didn't choose to get into the recession. Carrie was saying to me the other day, she said, can you believe how much money we were making at the peak of the recession? It never dawned on us that, you know, there was so many foreclosures. I mean, we heard about them, but it wasn't our life. It didn't seem real. So what is real for you? Think big, and I know bigger things are going to happen. Think with focus. Focus is seeing things clearly. An immature mind hops from idea to idea, but a mature mind follows through. So if you get an idea that you know is going to take you to the top, just focus on it and think about it and create what could come from it. Because what's interesting is one good thought follows another and shows you direction and where to go. The other way that successful people think is they think with creativity. Now, I'm not particularly the most creative person in the world. I love to decorate homes. I love to decorate cakes. But I can't make those roses for the cake. But what I can do is I can buy them and rearrange them to make them look good. You know, you get your thoughts, your creative thoughts, if you don't have any of your own, from the people that are around you. If you know, one of my goals is to bring people around me that think like me, that want more in life, that feel that life is an adventure, not a destination. But it is a journey for us to grow. By the way, there's only, you know, everything, nothing's in inertia. We're either growing or decaying, so it's your choice. I prefer to grow and to learn each and every day. So if you focus, you do get more direction as you're going along, and one thought will show you the way to the next thought. So train your mind, like the successful people do, to focus. The third one, I talked about focus, sorry, creativity. Learn how to take one idea to another. You may reconnect the dots in a different way. and in a special way that's really good for you. I'm not talking about, beating down a new path. I mean, when I first got into network marketing, I was a school teacher and I was very creative with my lesson plans. I loved organizing lesson plans. And what happened was I decided that the woman that owned the business had 35 years of experience, but what does she know? I had a brand new way of creating my business. And for 3 months, I made no money. So don't go down the path well traveled. Be coachable and do, learn, but learn from the people that are where you want to be. I remember one time I was offering to train somebody, and she says, well, thank you very much, but so-and-so over here is training me. And I looked at what that level was. It was a 1K. And I thought, oh my goodness, I thought she wanted to go further than just a 1K. So if you're getting a coach or a mentor, make sure they're where you want to be, because they're going to lead you to where they are. And is that where you want to be? The other one is be realistic. I hate to think about realism, but it can protect you. There are things that come in life that you have to prepare for. And, you've got to be realistic about your goals and about what you're planning for your life. You may say, I want to be ambassador tomorrow, but today you're silver. You've got to be realistic about your timing, because you're going to set yourself up to lose if you don't, say, well, this is going to take me a while because I need to build a team. I need to get a bigger team. I need to have people that want to go with me. The one thing that you have to think about is thinking unselfishly. Like Jeanette was saying earlier, you have to want to take people with you. And what's interesting is most of the leaders I know in this company, they want it more for you than you do yourself. And what happens is, the beauty of the plan is you cannot go anywhere without making at least 2 people successful. And those 2 have to make 2 successful. I prefer to think in 3s as this company direction is taking us. And you know that there's a whole lot of people. The bigger you get or the higher you go, you're helping so many more people. So if you can take the dollar signs away from your mind, like successful people do, they're always thinking, who can I help? What product can I offer that will help others? And with that attitude, successful people become even more successful. The other way that they think is strategy. Strategy is not just for the military. Strategy is for you and I. Look at your plan, develop a work plan that will work for you. If you can reach down, as Ian was saying, and go to your 5th, 6th, 7th level, whatever the case may be, and help that group build. It's like learning how to build a bonfire in Boy Scouts. It's the paper that you put at the bottom of the heap of all that wood that ignites and excites and gets that fire burning bright. So the same thing happens in network marketing. If you dig deep and work with the team, you excite and help everybody above them. Isn't that right? So strategy is very important. You want to look through and find who you can help, and make sure you ask them if they want your help, because sometimes they're not ready to go ahead at the same speed you are. The other one is to, the opposite to thinking successfully is what the average people do. And what average people do, if they think, they often look each way and say, what is everybody else doing? They get average results from average thinking. They often think small. They have very limited thinking. Heaven forbid if we bring them in with 12, because they certainly can't afford it. That is limited thinking. I'm not saying everybody comes in with 12, but don't limit. They see a small picture and get small results. So I hope that you take a few words of wisdom and read Think and Grow Rich, see how those successful people think. Where I got my ideas is from the book Think as Successful People Think by John Maxwell. It's a very small little book, and I think you'll enjoy reading it. But thank you for your time, and I would like to introduce my sponsor. Judy and I have known each other for